This is phase 1 of the CMC osteoarthritis exercises. This photo is representing where that first metacarpal or that thumb metacarpal bone is articulating with the trapezium, and this is just a good visual representation of the site of pain in the area we are targeting with these exercises here today. This next image gives a pretty good representation of that zigzag deformity that can occur in individuals that experience CMC arthritis, where we have that CMC inflection, MPN hyperextension, and that IP flexed as well. So the first exercise we are doing is addressing this adductor muscle of the thumb here. That tends to get overworked in individuals with CMC arthritis. It also releases some of the tension of the skin over that radial nerve as it courses through that CMC joint there. So this is a good representation of the nerve we're targeting as well with this exercise. So with this exercise, you're going to be using a chip clip to release that adductor muscle and also remove tension from the radial nerve. Now I'm demonstrating that you want to use your fingers instead of the thumb of your other hand to place that chip clip so that we are preventing any CMC issues on the other hand. As you place it, you really want to think about placing it over the muscle, not hitting the bone, and ideally using a chip clip that has a wider grip on it. Again, adjust it so that you are not right on top of the bone. With this exercise, you're aiming to hold it for 30, 60 seconds, up to 2 minutes as tolerated. Again, this is working to release both the adductor muscle and relieve tension off of the radial nerve itself as it courses through that CMC joint of the hand. And again, use those fingers to remove the chip clip and see how it feels. In this next exercise, we are going to be targeting the actual joint itself. We are going to be thinking about opening up the joint space of where that thumb metacarpal is articulating with the trapezium bone. With this exercise, it's going to be pulling that joint space apart. So you're going to use your fingers again of the other hand there. Rest that hand down on the table. Again, look at where you may have some shouldering of the thumb. Grasp with the fingers of your other hand, and you'll see as I start to pull, and that other thumb kind of stabilizes there as you're pulling. We're really pulling through the fingers. I'm opening up that joint space. It's a pulling sensation as I go through this. So you can kind of see as I go, I'm opening up the joint space, release, opening up the joint space and releasing. When you're pulling, pull and hold for as tolerated. Trying to go for a good 5 to 10 seconds as you're going through this traction. And again, the purpose of this is to kind of realign the joint, provide more space between that first metacarpal or that thumb metacarpal and the trapezium bone there, so that we can promote a better articulation between the two bones here. In this next exercise, we are trying to reduce the shouldering of the thumb. As you can see here on that left thumb in the image here, we are trying to reduce that dorsal subluxation of the metacarpal shouldering on the trapezium bone itself. So essentially, we are going to take that CMC joint. So you can see in this video, I'm pointing to exactly where you will want to be targeting. You're going to bring that hand to the top of your head right at the CMC, and you're going to start rocking the joint kind of back and forth, rolling it over the top of your head. This is trying to push it into place. Now in the next exercise, we are trying to stretch out the thenar of the thumb, so getting that thumb into retro position. You're going to put your affected hand on your chest, hook around with your unaffected hand around the thumb, Push in with the palm of your unaffected hand, the one that's on top, and pull out right over where that thenar muscle is on your thumb. You should feel a stretch through the front of the palm of your hand, so you can see I'm showing what that motion looks like when my hand is not against my chest, and holding for a good stretch here for like 20-30 seconds. The last thing we emphasize in this phase of exercises is paying attention to that C position of the hand. So when you are holding a pencil, for example, looking to replicate a C position. And that is all for this video today.